Hey, Warriors 40 hits different, not like a birthday candle you blow out with a wish, but like a mirror you have been avoiding suddenly placed directly in front of your face, and what stares back is not who you thought you would be by now because the game changed while you were playing. The rules you memorized, the path you followed, the promises you made to yourself, they all aged into something you barely recognize. Your knees ache when it rains. Your parents repeat themselves. Your children are growing faster than your mind can keep up. And somewhere between mortgage payments, career meetings, and endless responsibility, you lost track of something essential. Maybe you lost track of yourself, and this is not a midlife crisis speech. This is a reckoning, because after 40, life stops being patient. It stops accepting excuses. It demands that you finally pay attention to truths you have been running from since your 20s. You thought you had more time to fix things, to chase dreams, to say what needed saying, to become who you were meant to be. But time moves differently now. It accelerates. And suddenly the gap between where you are and where you want to be feels impossible to close, except it is not, if you listen, not if you are willing to face the uncomfortable truths most people avoid until it is genuinely too late. What follows is not advice from a guru who figured everything out. These are 9 hard-earned lessons carved from real-life lessons that only make sense once you have lived long enough to feel the consequences of ignoring them. Each carries weight, each demands something from you, and each has the power to reshape your life if you let it, because your 40s can become your most powerful decade or the quiet beginning of decline. And the difference is not luck. It is choice. Daily, deliberate, difficult choice. 40 is not the end. It is the beginning of wisdom, but only if you are brave enough to accept what wisdom costs. And it begins with this truth. Your body is speaking, and after 40, it no longer whispers. It stops being polite. It stops offering gentle hints and starts sounding alarms. That knee that aches in the rain is not just age, it is a conversation you avoided, that exhaustion. Sleep cannot fix. Is your body begging you to change something fundamental? Because for decades, you treated your body like a machine, pushing it, ignoring it, fueling it with convenience and expecting obedience, and maybe you got away with it. Late nights, fast food, stress that never ended, but 40 draws the line. And from here on, your body keeps score and collects every debt. Caring for your body now is not vanity, it is survival. It is the difference between living your 60s with energy, curiosity, and freedom, or living them with regret, limitation, and dependence. Every decision you make today, what you eat, how you move, how you rest, is writing the story of your future, mobility, clarity, and independence. Because your body is not separate from your life. It is your life, and when it fails, everything collapses with it. So walk in the morning before the world wakes. Drink water like medicine. Stretch muscles that have been screaming for years. See a doctor before something breaks, not after sleep. Deeply, without apology, because sleep is restoration, not laziness. And understand that food is not just fuel. It is information you send to every cell. You must become devoted to feeling strong, not just looking acceptable. Because strength is not selfish. It radiates outward when you are healthy. You are more patient with your children, more present with your partner, more capable in your work, and more generous with the world. Pay attention to the signals. That headache is not normal. That anxiety is not weakness. Your body is speaking because you ignored whispers. And after 40, you do not get replacements. You get one body, one vessel to carry you forward, and you can only honor it or abuse it. So choose. honor, then understand this truth. The people you love will not be here forever. And acting like you know it changes everything, because there is a call coming that will break you. You do not know when. You do not know whose name will appear, but you feel it now. Your parents aging in ways you cannot unsee. Slower steps, fading memory, repeated stories, because their minds are holding on to what is slipping away, and it terrifies you because you were busy building, providing, managing a life that felt urgent, and one day you will realize you ran out of time. So stop waiting for perfect moments, because they do not exist. There is only now. Call your mother on a random Tuesday. Show up at your father's house without an agenda. Sit, listen, ask, and hear. Because your time together is finite. Friendships matter too. The friends who know your history, your becoming, are rare. Do not let pride or busyness steal connection. Reach out, rebuild. And if you have children, know they are watching how you show up, how you love, how you choose presence over distraction. Every moment you put the phone down, you teach them that people matter more than everything else. Create rituals, shared meals, consistent moments, because these are not luxuries, they are lifelines. And when someone you love is gone, you will not regret missed emails. You will regret missed moments. Act accordingly. Then remember this: your career is not your identity, and realizing that is freedom, because you spent decades climbing, proving, measuring your worth through titles and income, only to discover it does not deliver what it promised. Promotions do not bring peace. Money buys comfort, not meaning, and your job is a tool, not a temple. When you worship it, you sacrifice what matters, and when you release it, your work improves, because fear loosens you. Speak truth, take risks, help others, and understand that your worth is intrinsic, not comparative. Setbacks will come, younger faces will rise, industries will change, and this will either destroy you or free you, depending on where you placed your identity. So, build a life that still matters without a job, interest, relationships. Mastery for joy, not resumes. And if you hate your work, do not wait. 40 is the wake-up call, because security without satisfaction is a comfortable prison. Your career will end your life. Continues, invest accordingly. Then confront forgiveness, because it is not about them, it is about freeing yourself. You carry resentment, old anger, grudges that poison you. Forgiveness is survival, not weakness. It does not mean reconciliation, it means release. It means reclaiming power. Those who hurt you moved on, you stayed reliving suffering. So forgive yourself too, for mistakes, missed chances, past versions, and let go, because time is finite. And bitterness steals presence. Then face money, because it will not save you, but wisdom will. Financial avoidance costs more stress, destroys relationships, health, peace. The goal is sufficiency. Freedom, choice track spending, eliminate debt, save something. Be generous. Money is a tool, not a master. And after 40 fantasy ends, wisdom begins. Then tend your mind, because anxiety, depression, fog are not normal. Your mind shapes your life. Seek help. Guard inputs. Choose silence. Nourish thoughts, because unexamined minds decay. And finally, remember, your dreams did not die, you starved them. Restlessness is unfulfilled purpose. Calling, you still have time. Real time, but not endless. Feed your dreams daily, even small actions, because legacy is built quietly through character presence and integrity. And 40 is not a closing chapter. It is an awakening, if you choose to live awake, intentional, and brave now. In your 20s, you survived by pushing through, staying busy, numbing out, distracting yourself, and telling yourself that rest and reflection could wait. But somewhere along the way, those strategies stopped working, and now you find yourself standing in front of a hard and unavoidable choice. Either you intentionally care for your mind, or you slowly watch everything you built begin to fall apart because your thoughts have been running unchecked for decades. Worry looping endlessly through your head, replaying conversations, imagining worst case futures, catastrophizing every silence, and criticizing yourself in ways you would never dare speak to another human being. And you accepted this inner chaos as normal as the cost of being alive. But it was never meant to be this way. The Stoics understood something most people learn too late, that the mind, when left undisciplined, becomes a tyrant, and when trained, becomes a refuge. Your mind is either your greatest ally or your most dangerous enemy. And happiness does not depend on circumstances, money, success, or recognition. It depends on the quality of your thoughts. So the work begins by telling the truth to yourself, naming what is actually happening, admitting whether you are anxious, depressed, burned out, emotionally exhausted, or carrying unresolved pain you never gave yourself permission to feel. Stop minimizing it. Stop comparing your suffering to others and deciding yours does not count. Pain does not need competition to be real. Your suffering matters and it deserves attention. Caring for your mental health is not weakness. It is maintenance. You service your car, you clean your teeth, you protect your phone with a case, yet you neglect the most complex and powerful organ you possess. Find a therapist who understands you, who challenges you, who gives you space to unload the weight you have been carrying for years. Learn to sit with your breath, even if it feels unbearable. At first, 5 minutes of stillness can interrupt thought loops that have ruled your life. You do not need perfection. You need consistency, showing up again and again, teaching your nervous system that it does not have to live at maximum intensity every waking moment. Protect what enters your mind because it shapes your reality. Limit the news designed to keep you angry and afraid. Step out of the comparison traps of social media. Distance yourself from people, who drain your energy and leave you smaller. This is not selfishness, it is responsibility. Read books that stretch your thinking, that introduce ideas bigger than your immediate problems. Your mind needs nourishment, not constant distraction. Feed it wisdom, beauty, and truth. And starve it of noise. Create grounding practices. Morning writing where you unload your thoughts, evening walks without agenda, honest weekly check-ins where you ask yourself, how am I really doing? And when it becomes too heavy, ask for help. Say out loud that you are struggling. Drop the mask of having it all together because it is suffocating you. Let others help you carry what you were never meant to carry alone. Your mental state affects everything, your relationships, your work, your health, your ability to feel joy. And after 40, the cost of neglect is too high, untreated. Mental suffering does not stay quiet. It spreads, it hardens, and it eventually breaks something. Tend your mind daily with the seriousness it deserves, because your life depends on it. And remember this, your dreams did not die. You simply stopped feeding them. You once knew who you wanted to become. The creator, the builder, the artist, the person who wanted to leave something meaningful behind. Life happened, responsibilities piled up, survival took over, and the dreams were locked away, not gone, just waiting. The restlessness you feel, even when everything looks fine on the surface, is your unlived life calling to you. And here's the truth that will either wake you up or haunt you. You still have time, not infinite time, but real usable time if you begin. Now, if you stop waiting for permission, confidence, or perfect conditions, your dream does not need to look the way it once did. It can evolve. The essence remains. Even if the form changes right before the house wakes up, build on weekends, take the class, start small, but start, because confidence is built through action, not thought. And when you grow, others may feel uncomfortable. They are used to the version of you that stayed quiet, played safe, and sacrificed yourself for stability. Do it anyway. Regret lasts longer than discomfort, and yes, you will fail many times. But failing in pursuit of meaning is more honorable than succeeding at something empty. The only true failure is reaching the end with your potential untouched. Create space for what makes you feel alive. Treat your dreams like oxygen, not indulgence, because when you honor them, you become more patient, more present, and more generous, and then understand this silence and solitude are not luxuries. They are necessities. The constant noise, notifications, demands, and expectations are eroding you slowly. And after 40, you begin to feel the deep exhaustion of never being alone with yourself. You cannot hear your own wisdom when every moment is filled with input. You cannot heal what you refuse to sit. With clarity comes from stillness. So carve out space, 10 minutes with no phone, no agenda, just breathing. Let the discomfort rise and stay anyway. Take yourself on walks, drives, mornings without noise. Journal without censoring the truths you are afraid to speak. Say no more often. Protect your energy because it is finite and precious. Create routines that belong only to you, places that restore you, reminders that you exist beyond productivity and usefulness. And in that silence, you will rediscover yourself, not the role you play, but the person underneath. Solitude teaches you that you are enough. And finally, remember, legacy is not built through grand gestures or public recognition. It is built quietly in daily moments, in how you speak when no one is watching, how you treat people who can give you nothing, how you show up when it costs you, when it costs you something. Character is the real inheritance. Your children are learning how to live by watching how you handle disappointment, conflict, and failure. Every small act of integrity compounds into a life that matters. You do not need fame to leave a mark. You need presence, honesty, and consistency. Show up. Love the people in front of you. Do the next right thing again and again, because that is how meaningful lives are built, not in headlines, but in hearts. And now the choice stands before you. Life after 40 can be an awakening or a slow decline. The decision is made every morning, and awareness without action is just another form of delay. So take what resonated and act today, because the world does not need a perfect version of you. It needs the most awake, honest, and fully alive one.